The approach we saw in the previous lecture, that is create ref, was introduced after React 16.3. But now, because we are going to try the same thing in a functional component, we will have to use the React hook. So the hook which we have is useRef. So let's try that. The first thing is that I'm going to convert this into a functional component. So I'll say function app. Don't need this extends component. I also don't need this lifecycle as well because we don't have that. Do not need the render method. We will just have the return. So now we have the component set at least, though there will be some errors, but that we will resolve. Now we want to try the useRef hook, which is going to do the same thing. So here the first thing is you already had I element. That's the kind of object you have used to get the reference of element. You can use the useRef hook here. The only thing you have to do is you have to assign useRef, that is useRef. Initially, let's say I want to set it to null. So now you have I element, which is a kind of object which can contain the reference of any element. Once you have declared this, the only thing is you pass the I element here with ref. So now the text box reference is attached with the I element. Next thing, you want to set the focus. Let me just remove this keyword from this place. Let me refresh and click on the button, and you have achieved your result. So it's very simple to use the useRef hook, use reference hook, which allows you to get the reference, which allows you to get the DOM element reference, and you can access the way you want to. But as the documentation says, we have various ways to access these DOM elements, so we do not overuse the reference feature. In case if you want to apply on load of a component, you do not have the component lifecycle here. What can you do is you can use the useEffect hook, and that will have the component lifecycle method kind of effect. So here also you can say that iElement.current.focus, and that will set the focus to that particular text box on load of the component. Let me just refresh and you get the output as desired. So the reference, the create reference or use reference, that is useRef, they all do the same thing, but useRef is the latest approach we use with the functional component to get the reference of element. So let's talk about a relative question. What is the purpose of the ref attribute? So the reference, the create reference or use reference, that is useRef, they all do the same thing, but useRef is the latest approach we use with the functional component to get the reference of element.